Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you guys how to play power positions as an assault rifle player, what to do, how to lock down the lanes and get the victory. Starting off, we go to the left hand side, the stun hits us and does take us out. Not ideal, but that's okay. Let's see how we kind of regroup and regain. So we're going to go through the left hand side here, and my initial kind of thought process here is let me get a few kills. We're spawning on the good side, so not too much to do in terms of positioning, but we don't really want to give them too much of P1. P1's quite a scrappy time, so if we can keep it contested, get ready for P2, I'll be very, very happy. Going through the left-hand side, just playing on these head glitches, trying to get some kills here, and we're not having too much success. We see the first guy, we make him weak. There's a couple of people pushing me. We're going to snake this head glitch, but again, not too much success here, and to be honest, not too much going on. I'm going to go back here. There's two people, so let me chuck a grenade at the car, try to get something going. This is a very, difficult situation because of my initial poor positioning. So right there, I was caught between two players, and I didn't do the best to get out of it, okay? So starting off not too strong, but we actually get a really fortunate spawn. So we're going to push through now. Because when I died, I know somebody's at this back area. I actually got a very, very fortunate spawn. I'm going to push through. We spot a player there. Now, in this situation, you want to use a trophy system just because they might be chucking a Semtex at you and you want to really play your life. Now, I could have got away without using my trophy there, but I wanted to just in case I died there, make sure I had some protection. We go through. My teammates get a 3-piece. We're going to push through. My teammate dies. We're going to get the trade. And just like that, we're actually going to be able to get a bit of a time here, a bit of a lead going, especially considering that sticky P1, man. This is a good opportunity for us to take the game. Just get away with it slightly here. So we're going to push through into P2. 30 seconds left. My teammate's on the hill. Going to try a different angle. Go on the prone spot here. And now we're just playing pretty well now. Considering the P1 was quite even, the P2, we actually managed to get a lot of that time. Now, me individually, I didn't do too much here, but that's okay. We're going to go and see if we can get the rotation for P3. So I actually spot somebody, and these are some really good shots there. So now I've got that first shot, right? I'm going to look through, and as the assault rifle player, I essentially want to watch over my teammates. Now, just thinking out loud, okay? For me to get on the hill right now with an assault rifle is quite difficult for me to push through, and a lot of the gunfights I'm going to get involved in will probably be SMG based. So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is just think, okay, what two things can I do? One is watch over my teammate, get some shots off and make it easier for them, and two is to shoot the trophy systems. So you see right there, we actually shoot the trophy system first. The second guy, I see him coming up the stairs. As he was approaching the stairs, instead of waiting for him, because I knew he was probably going to jump out, right, I went for the pre-fire and actually worked out really well. I was able to get another kill, and now we're up by about 50 points going into the P4. So 30 seconds left. I'm going to try to get there as quick as possible, try to just get any time. I'm going to chuck a stun grenade. Now, while my teammate's on the hill, right, I'm like, cool, let's pick up a different angle, watch our flank. Works out really well there. We get a good read on our opponent. Going to push through, and I'm actually one shot here, so it's a bit of a sticky situation. How do we approach this? I can push it more aggressively, but I mean, looking back, that probably wasn't a good gunfight from myself. I didn't take it properly. I actually kind of messed that one up, to be honest, and I allowed him to get the first shot, but I don't know, somehow I killed him. So we'll take that. We get some scrap time, and now it's all about the P5. What can we do in this situation? So is it P4? P4, it's all about the P4, and I actually, again, get caught out, but my gun skill makes up for it. But in terms of more consistent bases, I don't want to be getting into those positions where I'm getting caught out. So right here, I actually read the spawns wrong. I thought they were going to spawn tennis court, but in fact, they actually had the spawns at the back of the map, and now we're going to have to push the spawns. So my real intentions there was to keep them trapped there and use the power position to get some kills, get some time, and just basically carry on with the lead. But read the spawns wrong, so we're going to go through the back here. My teammate's going to go through. We spot one. We get him slightly weak. My teammate's going to push through, and yeah, as soon as they all died here, this is a very difficult situation to break. We get a kill, going to pre-aim the right, and we actually get a really good two-piece. Now, considering I was by myself against three of them there, although that didn't give much, I did pretty good in terms of getting the two-piece, but to be honest, it didn't really matter. Now, it's basically an even game. I'll take it in this stage of the game. Considering we got the rotation, I think I'll take it. This is a very, very good hill to hold. Very easy hill to hold, to be honest, but it depends on the setup. The initial setup has to be good, and you could probably get about 45 seconds. So right here, I always like doing this push. To be honest, it works, I would say, like 9 out of 10 times. I don't know what it is. It's quite a simple thing to do, but it just always seems to work. So what I literally do is go up the top there, dolphin dive off the edge like you saw there, and I don't know why, it just feels like I can always camera my opponents, and I was able to get a kill or two. Now, as soon as I got those initial kills, I'm able to push up the map and basically suffocate them in the old hardpoint. I want them to still spawn there, and I want to keep them trapped. Now, unfortunately, my teammates did die, so we're going to back off here, and this was the power position I'm talking about. The area I was just in, it was just a really good spot to hold, and the position I was in, I was able to kind of help my team in a quick basis. We go through, get another two-piece. Caboose gets a trade. That is the last player. Now, I can't do everything, so I was hoping my teammates could get the trades there. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, but that's okay. I'm once again going to start playing for the rotations. You can't get too complacent. You can't focus on the old hills. You have to go forward and make sure sure you're just getting ready for the new rotation. So the first rotation is done. Let's have a quick analysis of that. I think we played pretty well. I think overall we were quite ahead of our rotations, and if we can carry on the same momentum, I think we'll be good to go and win the game. So we're going to go through here, and one thing I'm going to try to do is just be a bit more focused on the power positions and just make sure I'm really holding them down. I feel like sometimes I was getting there a bit too late, and my timing was slightly off there. I think my gun skill is bailing me out of a lot of gunfights, but I don't like relying on my gun skill. I like to rely on my positioning and just being there before the enemies expect me to be there. So we're going through up by about 30 points here, just about 25 to 30 points here in the P1, and my opponents have got some time. We go through, we get one kill, we're going to snake the second, we make him one shot, the third takes me out from the right. I don't actually spot him there, so good play from him. I just wasn't expecting him to go there. And yeah, with this hill, the game's going down to about 20 seconds. I think once again we'll take it. We'll get I don't mind if they get like 5 to 10 seconds here, as long as we set up for P2. I'm always thinking a hill ahead, just so that, say for example, they get, you know, the next 15 seconds, it's an even game. I don't want to panic and just keep going for the P1 and then give them more time on P2. In my head, I'd rather set up for P2, let them have the last 10 seconds and just really kind of get that lead going on the P2, because this is definitely a bit more of a powerful setup. We're going to go through, we get the first guy, the second guy is one shot, so we're just going to play a bit more aggressive, just in case he over challenges while he is weak. We want to be able to take that gunfight on. Going to go through, we don't actually spot anybody, going to use his car as an advantage, and this is where running a trophy system is a lot more advisable, and sometimes I do switch between dead silence and trophies. You guys do let me know down in the comments that you're not a fan of me running the dead silence, but me personally, when I'm playing that aggressive role, I like to run dead silence. Right now you can see I'm playing a bit more of the anchory power position type of role, so trophy system is 100% more suitable for this role. Gonna push through, gonna chuck a stun, try to open the door, doesn't quite work out, so yeah, I failed with that one. Gonna go through, we use the door as bait essentially. My teammate goes through the front, we spot the second guy, we're gonna back off. We use the door really well there to kind of provide for cover, and what I did is I basically tested the water. So once I made him weak, we backed off, and if I was one shot, I probably would have carried on backing off, but because we made him weak and then we were able to get the kill, push through and get the remaining 15 seconds. Now this is really crucial, because as this hill did pop, we were basically even, so to get that slight lead going into P3 is very, very beneficial. My teammate does go through, I do get traded, but with 8 seconds left, we're in a pretty good spot here. Now this is make or break. How do we break this hill? Gonna push through. I tried to pick up a submachine gun, because as I mentioned on the last rotation, this is a bit of a tricky hill to hold, and I actually found myself in a really kind of useful spot here. So I'm gonna go through, and sometimes it's just really useful to play those creddy angles, those random spots. Like, to be honest, I didn't plan on going here, but as I dolphin dived off, I was like, you know what, this is actually a really good spot, and the way I'm actually holding this hill now, I actually prefer. So with my teammates get 3 down, now instead of just sitting with my teammates on the hill, we're going to push through. I'm going to use the doors to my advantage. We're going to shut the door, we get one, turn around, watch the other angle. Now as I'm approaching these gunfights, we're going to prone, and to be honest, man, that was so unfortunate. I feel like if I had a Vaznev there, I probably could have got a 3-piece just by pure positioning. So I think positioning is very, very important, and I was trying to focus it more and more on this map. Okay, so you're up by 50 points, there's 20 seconds left. What do you want to do in this situation? You want to set up in a power position, but I see my teammate does die in the hill, so let's go through. We actually get that massive kill there. We missed a couple of shots, but we were able to get away with it because we got the gun, we were involved in the gunfight first before our opponent, and this is where I think power positions are very important. This area up top here just gives me so much insight into where my opponents are coming from. I can sneak through the left, I can have an insight there, and if I need be, I can go through the back and hold the spawn, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. So looking at the minimap, I spot that my teammate spawned there, right? As soon as my teammate spawns there, that's giving me an indication to kind of back off and push forward and just try to help my teammates out. So I see the guy coming through the left door, we spot one, we take him out, going to push through, and right here again is about playing different creddy spots and just trying to catch a team off guard, okay? Instead of playing at the predictable spots all the time, play spots like this. Sometimes it works, and this is one of the instincts. We're going to take our time here, we're going to let the guy go through, we spot him, we take him out, we spot the guy on the left, we're able to take him out as well, and just a really good play. I actually messed up my shots right there, but again, because of the power positions, because of the positioning right there, I was able to get a free 2-piece. Going to jump out the window, we spot the third, and again, it's all about just using the cycle, using the minimap to your advantage, and just playing onto your enemy's weakness, right? So when they have to push for the hill, they're not going to be able to check every single corner. Logically, they're probably only going to check the 2 or 3 most popular corners. So sometimes play a creddy spot, play something a bit out of the ordinary. Even if it's not the best spot in the world, it might just catch them off guard. And you've seen it a few times this map, and hopefully you guys can implement that into your gameplay. So we've got a precision airstrike. Going to try that same little tactic, dive off the edge here. We don't actually spot anybody, so straight away I'm going to go to the cover, and there you go. He was actually slightly late on the rotation, which actually helped him in that instance. I should have been a bit more prepared, but to be honest, that strategy mainly works when the enemy's already there. because once they're not there, it's a bit more difficult to predict where they're going to come from. So going to go through, we take out one, jump around the corner, the second guy was there, and this is quite a tricky hill to break, especially as an assault rifle player. So again, I'm just going to try to have some damage limitation here. If we can restrict them to maybe 15 points out, we should be in a good situation because they won't be able to obviously take the lead, and we still have a lot of the game to play for. So going through 20 seconds left here, just going to see if I can take out the guy middle. Now what they've got is they've got maybe 1 or 2 players in the old hardpoint and 1 or 2 on the rotation. So as the 4 people here, if we can focus on the 2 people on the rotation and start to get some map control, we should be good for P1. The worst thing you want to do in this situation, right, is with 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left, is start to panic, go for scrap time, flip the spawns, and essentially give them that 45 seconds and give them the rotation for new. That is the worst thing you can do. Now, I went up the stairs there, and what just happened was I wasn't expecting him to play in a creddy angle. As I spoke about a few minutes ago, when you play in a creddy angle like that, sometimes people don't expect you to be there, and that was one of the instincts from the other side there. So the opponent did it to me, and I actually suffered the faith that I was, given to them a few minutes ago where I was playing creddy angles. He was able to take me out and now get into a great power position. So, I mean, the last few minutes, we've definitely given them a bit more of an advantage, given them some momentum. But again, because of the early lead we had, we've actually been able to get away with this one. We're still up by quite a remarkable bit. Considering there's only like a few hard points left, we're actually up by a decent amount. Now, any second I can get here is very, very beneficial. I feel like when you hit the 210 point mark around that time, every second you get is just so crucial, because what that does is it just puts so much pressure on your opponent, because they know that you could always win off one hard point. And that's a really important fact, right? Because what happens is, for example, now there's 24 seconds left of the new hill, okay? So they know even if there's 20 seconds left at the end, they still have to go for it, just because we're going to be very, very close to winning the game. And what happens is you just put more pressure on them. That means they'll make more likely to make more mistakes and more likely to leave the rotation vulnerable and for you to get the spawns for the next hard point. So it's kind of like playing like a chess match. You have to think a few moves ahead. I'm going to go through once again, try to rotate through this side just so you have the spawns locked down. My teammates on the hill, great play. Going to push up, and this is where you can push up, right? When you've got map control, you spawn an opponent and you're just in a great situation. We're going to chuck a precision there and back off. Now the precision should clear the left lane. I'm going to watch the front here, pre-fire it, and yeah, I don't know if my precision killed me or if a grenade killed me, but either way, my teammate goes through, get a 3-piece, and just like that, we're able to win the game. Now that wasn't a perfect performance from me. I didn't get many kills or time in the hill, but I think it was a good disciplined performance. I feel like I focused on rotations quite heavily and did some of the backbone, some of the rotation kills that I feel like definitely helped my team out. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, and I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Peace.